Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today I'm doing a flip through of my personal growth planner. So, I noticed when I was setting up my February FRANKENPLANNER that several of my planners are getting a little bit full. And so, what I like to do is flip through the after the pen pages, all the completed spreads. So that way I can have it on YouTube, have an archive of it, and then I can take those pages and clean them out. So I did realize that this one was pretty thick, and so let me try to show you. Like, there's lots that's happening in here. And so, because of the things that I'm storing in here, I just wanted to clean it out a little bit. Now, I will just start off by saying that I started this in July of last year, so July 2024, and it's only just now January of 2025. So it's only been about 6.5 months, and so there's not a ton of pages to flip through, but I do want to just try to reduce the bulk if at all possible, just because it's getting a little bit thick. So, this personal growth planner in 2024, I was using to have a kind of a combination. It originally started off as a reading tracker, a book tracker, and then it shifted from that point to be a personal growth planner where I'm tracking leadership and volunteer activities. So, you'll see that kind of transition as we flip through it. Right now, it is set up on expander discs. I actually have a keychain here. I won't be able to show you the actual name tag, but I have a name tag for one of my volunteer experiences. I'm actually going to pull the little name tags out just so you can see this. I have two they're, I don't actually know what they're called, but they're like little stickies that you put on the end of a name tag, like a badge thing. So I have one that says Be Happy and then one that says Diva. Those were just the ones that I picked up. I did have these two name badges, and I do have two IDs that go in there. And I attach it with a little alligator clip. I also have the original clip for one of the two badges. So there's two clips, one for each, and then I just use the alligator clip to clip it on here, and it's a cute little decoration. So I actually love that. I love being able to put the keyring on there, on the expander, because it's actually a nice way to add some dangles. So that is, my pro tip of the day. So here I do have my own DIY label that I made. I have a set of these covers that I have just kind of been using for all of my planners. And so this is my growth label, and then we're going to get into it. Again, it is on expander discs, and let's just see. I think I might have to blur out some of it, just because, I don't know, there might be some like personal notes. The name page is actually in my FRANKENPLANNER, and then the first couple of pages, I'm not quite sure what happened to the back here. Might have used it later. I do have some notes, and so some of this I might not be able to show, but there's like Girl Scout notes in here. So I did put in Sophia's notes about Girl Scouts. So there's a bunch of stuff here, and I won't be able to flip through all of that. So like that's that much of the stack. That's a lot of it. And then here, this whole stack, part of the reason why it's so bulky, this stack is one of my leadership manuals. And so I've got that here. This one I actually folded in half instead of re-shrinking it or like shrinking it down to size. So it's actually the 8.5 by 11, and I just folded it to fit in here. I have some labels in here. I will blur this out, but I do have some labels to mark events. And in fact, for 2025, I might use these. I should go back and use them, but those are labels, right? And so, like I said, I did have this planner for 2024 for the entire calendar year. This planner is the Bridgerton planner that released for 2024 calendar year, so January through December 2024. But I started it in July, and so later you'll see the pages from January to June that I didn't use. And the way that I store my planners is basically just like you saw here. All of the beginning pages are like the things that are like reference materials or like pages that I would use regularly, like all my annual pages or yearly pages. And then it goes straight into the used pages. So my past used pages. So because I started in July, it just goes straight into July 2024. I decided not to use the first couple of weeks, but then it goes right here into my first leadership event, right? So I did put that. That's super cute, I think, right? And these pages that are empty or like not used, I will eventually just kind of move back and use at the end. All right, so this one is like so little writing that I would probably reuse it. I would probably reuse this page as well. All right, so that's it. All right, so let's just do the flip through then and show you everything. And let me try to clean it out a little bit, right? Like there's literally one note. Right, this one I would have to blur out, but it's a print off of an email that I received from one of my leadership groups. All right, again, I'll blur this out for privacy reasons, but these are all just like my notes for my events. It's very bare at this point. All right, same here, just super bare. At some point I did decorate, but I don't really see a ton of that at this point. All right, so this is the most boring flip through ever. Some pages are not even used or decorated. All right, so I will get rid of this stuff. So this is one of the ones where I finally did decorate, and so I think it's super cute. I cut up a Girl Scout flyer and then I added in some stickers, so that's super cute. I had some other notes in here which I will stick right back in there. Skipping a page. And then here you can see it goes back to being very, very bare. All right, and then this one I did decorate, right? I love this page. I decided just to finally use it, and then added in some more sophisticated, well, actually this is sophisticated blooms, but the others are just like from random sticker books with the same kind of like line art florals. Right, I'm realizing most of these pages I would basically save and reuse, so this flip through is not really serving the purpose of like cleaning this out at all. I'll have to blur this out, but I'll have to blur that out too. But yeah, this page is completely empty. Right, here's actually some notes, so that's nice. Right, and again, more notes. I have to blur out all these messages to myself. Right, and then going into November, I voted. Right, again, have to blur this out. More notes that mostly I'll have to blur out. This is, yeah, like it's actually much emptier than I'm realizing. So what this means is that I probably took a flip through of this planner and realized that it's really empty. And so I decided to switch at this point for January, for this month, into the Simply layout, just because there's so much wasted space. And so I'm pretty sure that's what I did. Right, yeah, this is like mostly unused pages. So now what do I do? Like, I mean, I can pretty much use all of these pages. All right, so let me show you then right now the rest of the planner. All right, so I have the dividers from the Bridgerton planner. What I ended up doing is switching it to the Simply layout for January, so that's in there. The February Franken planner is also set up. So let me just show you what this looks like. This is, again, another outdated planner, but this one is the Simply layout, which only has like the dashboard side, the right-hand side of the dashboard planner, but it has it for both sides. And so I did switch it and have had all of these Simply layout pages in here. And again, using the Bridgerton dividers pretty much all the way until June, right? So you see June right here in the divider. And I had enough Simply layout pages to make it through June. This is the divider for the Simply layout, right? Empty. August, empty. September, empty. All right, here's some more pages. I should probably move this to July. All right. October, I have some book notes. Yeah, so this is like very unorganized, but November, was that November? Yes, December, and then it goes back into January. So I do have, like, here's like a divider that I cut the divider part off. And then I have March, April, more pages here. May, June. All right, and that's all Simply layout, but you know, not every month had the pages. But I do also have like all of my dashboard layout pages in here. And these are all the ones that are half used or partially used or all completely unused. All right, and I just store them back here in the back as like future pages. But I'm realizing that I have basically at this point July through December of 2024. Okay, and so that covers this portion, right? Which at this point, I can just make a decision, move it to the back, and try to reuse some of it, clean out the pages that I basically used and just move it to the back. And then I can start fresh basically with 2025, but I also have in here enough pages for all of 2025, right? This stack. And then I have so many pages that would go from 2025 to 2026 that I could probably just take some of these pages out. So yeah, I have to make a decision though, because it is full, right? I don't mind it being full and chunky, but like when it's to the point where I can't turn it on the discs, that's when I'm like, okay, I need to like do something with it. This flip through was not super exciting actually, but it at least shows you what I've been doing, or at least what I did in 2024 for my personal growth planner. In 2025, I did decide to add in chores and add in goals journaling, so it's a little bit more filled out, and I did switch, as I already mentioned, to the Simply layout, which is just a lot less space to cover. So all of those changes have been implemented for January. But yeah, I thought this would be helpful to me just because I do like to have flip throughs on my channel before I clean it out, but I'm just not sure how much cleaning out I will do. It might just be where I have to remove some of the dashboard pages from here, which kind of makes me sad. I want to keep everything together. All right, you guys let me know if what you would do, right? What would you do in this situation? Would you take out some of the pages I haven't used, or how would you resolve this issue? Is it even an issue for you? I don't know. But yeah, not a super exciting flip through, but at least I've done it. And so I can say that it has been done, and I can at least move the 2024 pages somewhere. So I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it wasn't super exciting in terms of decoration. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video. Bye guys.